that's the reason why I brought up that particular this blog era, right? Of rap, because they have grown. And it seems like the argument is the only person that people don't like who hasn't grown is Drake, right? It seems like if we're listening to the music of people, right? Because Wale does a lot of whining. Does it? He might not do it in his rap. He do a lot of it online,
Yeah,
and that's my guy.
unfortunately.
He feels slighted, and he talks on his perspective, point of view of being slighted. Y'all don't respect
He
my
does.
raps. Y'all don't respect this publication. Don't respect me. Hey, even J. Cole, nigga, you slick this right. I gotta get you on Groundhog Day, my nigga. I don't even think you understand where we at, my boy.
Yo, if I
You're like,
was, I
so
mean, I kind of get Wale a little bit because you're a Nigerian man, first generation of he born in America like me. The expectance of excellence is on you always, and he's reached highest the highs. But I do think that he eventually has to be satisfied in himself, regardless of what everybody says, because that's something he like. We will fight to be. There's a saying, and not all Nigerians know it. Naija never carry last. That means that you cannot come second, bro. That's just a standard, you know, and that's ingrained in us. So when Wally's whining about people not respecting his raps, because we know he can rap, but we just don't give him the adulation as a Drake or a Kendrick or Cole. I can get why he's like, yo, I'm definitely not in fourth place. Get the fuck out of here, you know?
on me,
Uh
nigga,
huh.
on me, on me.
Yeah.
But when we talking about it, like now, I'm glad we here. We just booked this Friday. We here.
Yeah.
If we just talking about it, everybody's rapping skill at their peak. Drake comes last. I could be honest. Even scrolling through the Blackberry, Drake is last. Cole's best rapping has been now.
Yeah.
It's really since '09. Wale and Kendrick, if we keeping it a buck, if of who is bar for bar.
Yeah, but Wale's
Oh no,
third. Wale's third because Cole has surpassed him. I guess got to be real. Cole has surpassed him. I, Cole has some certain like features and raps that I'm like blown away.
he got accolades too. Platinum with no features is platinum with no platinum with no features at the very tail end of
Hmm.
physicals, at the very
Yeah,
beginning of streaming. That's
I
something you
think
can't
I give Wale
argue.
over, and I don't even like putting him in this conversation because I think it's almost diminishing him by putting him third. But I just can't put him over J. Cole and Kendrick. I think that now if you're a Cole fan, there is a dispute that J. Cole might be number one if you're talking about just lyricism. You know, absolutely, I can see that. But
That's the reason why I put Wale up there with Kendrick for lyricism. I can, we could. I know albums might be different, but we can go mixtape for mixtape, B side for B side.
I
Cole
think
rap
I think
the
Wale
same.
makes better music than Cole.
Okay.
He's not a
Let's,
better lyricist, in my opinion, than Cole.
ooh,
He makes better music than Cole. He's not a
okay.
better lyricist.
If we talking about who makes the best music, it's Wale and Drake.
And
They top two.
I think it just I think if Kendrick had the quality of these guys, he's by far lapping all of them in music. I think by far. I think it's not even
What you
close.
mean? What you mean? What you mean?
I think
What you
that
mean?
when he comes out and the quality he puts out is such at a high level that like we judge these guys off of quantity almost because they have so much of music and we say of making music. You
But
know,
I would even talk about just right now, they last projects that they put out. Even like just right now, like even in what the conversation started off. Between the fall off, everything is a lot, GNX, Iceman, and their last projects, Kendrick, again, sonically, he hit a different pocket because again, he's elevated on a different level.
I think that's hard for people to reach that level. I really do. GNX,
You nigga go go. Wale can, bro. If Wale dropped a go go album, you don't think it'll
if
be
Wale
as
dropped a Go-Go album,
sonically better than GNX? Sonically better than a West Coast album?
I don't. First of all, Go-Go not that great. I think it's okay.
Go
Second of
go and
all,
Afro beats. If we go DC and DC and if we go from his because we're talking about regional sounds now, right?
okay, here's the thing: what he would need to do, he would need to find a producer that's on the level of the producers that this guy Kendrick can get. The I know Mustard is one of them, but other I know he had some other producers that were really on this album that really came
I'm about
with
to.
some of their with some of their
I'm looking
best
at.
shit.
I'm looking at GNX right now.
If you want to go to VA and talk to Pharrell, if you want to go to VA and talk to Timbaland and get a sound together, because
But that's not
Pharrell,
his
no, but
sound,
they can figure out a go-go sound. You think that
bro.
Pharrell
Well,
can't figure out a go-go sound?
no, because that's what I'm. That's my point. Like when Wale, that's what when Wale comes in '09 and is Back to the Future and is the mixtape about nothing, and he has Wayne on there. He has Pusha. He gets the. That's his unique TCB. But that's unique. That is that's not even. He's not even from Virginia.
I know.
He from DC.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
like,
what I'm saying. But I do think that Pharrell is talented enough to find a style that's good for Wale from the DC sound. I don't think I think that he's just too. I do think Pharrell's one of the most talented producers. I know he's had some fuck ups along the way, but I do think that
but
if you came to him
Virginia.
and said, "Hey, yo, Pharrell, I got an idea for an album, half go, half Afrobeat. Do you think you have something for me?" I think Pharrell could work something together, to cook something up. Maybe I'm
That's
wrong. I could be wrong, but
but
that's
but but you're saying that like
it
on
can't just be some.
GNX.
It can't just be some random producer. Whoever it is, find a DC the top tier producer for you, and
But
maybe
why? Why Kendrick didn't have to find top tier for GNX?
I think
He
he did.
found homegrown people and they just made a sound. He
No,
found.
the producer, the rappers are homegrown people.
I'm looking at no. I'm looking at the producers. There's not a producer name that I know outside of Soundwave and Mustard and Terrence Martin. That's it. Everybody else name on here. Don't even got a fucking wiki.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm looking
I'm
at the producer
surprised.
page right now.
I'm
Nobody on
surprised.
here got a
I
wiki,
thought
bro.
he had some nigga. Oh, maybe that was the beef. Maybe that was the beef. But I thought he was working with the dude who worked with Taylor Swift. I thought he was working with some other niggas. My bad.
But the niggas I work with Taylor Swift ain't giving him no motherfucking off the man. I know I'm a choker.
But no,
Yeah, not tour.
not that one. I'm not saying they would give him that one. I thought maybe that song reincarnated, like that could have been the guy with Taylor Swift, because I don't know, but who did that beat? Reincarnated.
We talking about on Mr. Yeah, Gen X reincarnated
Yeah.
Soundwave Antonov.
And Jack Antonoff, that's the guy I'm talking about. That's a top tier dude. He might not be just solely hip hop, but they work together, and it's a mix of sounds, obviously. But that song,
So the
Reincarnated,
producing on everything a lot was not good up to par. Like the people that you heard, so the structure of the what you
I
heard.
think that what I took it as is a love letter to '90s R&B, first and foremost. You know, so I've appreciated from that. So from that concept, I appreciate it. So it's hard for me to even compare it to GNX. But if Wale finds like his way of doing a GNX, I would like to see what it is, because I can't really compare it. You know what I mean?
I mean, because the album before last was Folarin 2. He had Cool and Dre. He had the Justice League. He had
Okay.
motherfucking Hitmaker. Like he had Harry Fraud. But nobody talks about Folarin 2.
You're
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Nobody does.
You know, like no, like, and he had the big, like this is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And even on that album, I mean, even on that album, Poke It Out was the joint he did with J Cole. You know what I'm
It's actually
saying?
pretty good.
Yeah, okay. You said it wasn't good.
That should
Let
not
me
be
see.
that should not be the single. Poke It Out is okay, and it really is. I get it. The Q-Tip song is really the sample was what really people went to
Right.
that song for, but
Yeah.
it
So
ain't all that.
that's what I'm saying. That this out. That's what I'm trying to say. The
I'm gonna go back and
album
listen to this
that
album because I haven't listened
the
to it in a
album
minute.
for Folarin 2, that's what I'm saying. Folarin 2 was an album that I
No, he
feel
got
falls the
mad
line
features. That's
on
crazy.
Folarin 2.
Yeah,
On Folarin 2, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
he went all out.
Like
He got Nipsey on this bitch. This is crazy. Rest in peace, Nips. France Montana, Jenny Aiko, Travis Porter,
oh no,
Two
no,
Chains.
that's Folarin 1. I'm talking about
Oh,
Folarin 2.
this is not
Yeah, that's
two.
the
Oh, my
no
bad.
Folarin, that's the mixtape.
Okay.
That's the mixtape Folarin. And that's what I'm trying to say. On that mixtape, boy, nobody fucking with that. Go back and listen to that. Go back and listen to while Folarin 1. Go back and listen to Folarin 1
Hmm.
with Nipsey, Travis Porter, with Big Sean, Jeanette. Nobody fucking with that boy. Nobody fucking with that boy, cuz. And that's what I'm trying to say. And during that time, Kendrick was out during that time. Kendrick was putting out Overly Dedicated. Kendrick was putting out Section 80. That music was different. That music was different. Peel back, roll back, on the back. Shit. Chung Lee, man. Oh my god, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh my god, nigga. Like,
For
you know,
Florida
like,
too, we had J. Cole, we had Rick Ross, Chris
yeah,
Brown, Jamie
yeah,
Foxx, Lil Chris.
yes, yeah. He had Sean Stockman from Boys to Men. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had Down South, shout out to Yellow Beezy. I know he dealing with some shit real quick. That was the song of NXT. Down South. You know what I'm saying? He got that.
Down
He got
South
a
swag,
license.
rolling with them hustlers, with
You
the
know what I'm
haters and the
saying? Like,
losses.
my nigga, but that's why I will champion him. That's why I will put him in these conversations. That's why I will say like it's unappreciated sometimes. Even when you say lyricism with J. Cole and Wale, I don't think J. Cole can make a Nike boots. I don't think J. Cole can make a CC White. I don't think J. Cole can make a Scarface Wale. I mean Scarface Rose and Gotti off of the Shine album. I don't think that J. Cole can give me a Shine album, nigga. Shine was an album that nobody. That wasn't. Are you kidding me? That Shine album? Are you kidding? Like I can name off the top of my head the body of work of this nigga. He is one of them. It was over some of these niggas. I was listening to Wale over Kendrick a lot of the time, unless I was playing Untitled. Cause that Untitled shit that Kendrick dropped was ridiculous, my
Yeah.
nigga. That shit was ridiculous. But I was playing that before I was playing Pimp the Butterfly back. You know what I'm saying? It was in probably the same recording session, probably the same frame of mind. So the raps was the same, but the way that it was different on Untitled. It was different, my nigga. So I can take these rappers and then see the growth and the evolution, and I can really understand why people are upset with Drake. I can really see why people are upset with Iceman.
Yeah.
I can really see how we can talk sonically about music as passionate as we just did the past 10 minutes, and Drake doesn't give that to us. I can really understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I can
Um,
really understand that.
he used to, but just I kind of almost feel like I aged out of Drake. That's how I almost feel like I aged out of it. Like so when I go to listen to him, it's like almost like I'm listening to a younger rapper. But then I start to realize, no, nigga, this is actually fake. And I'm like, wait a minute, that don't really make sense. But but yeah, Wale, honestly, we love him. I think he deserves a lot more credit for sure. I still have Kendrick number one. If you're talking about just lyricism and creativity, I think Kendrick's number one. I do think that J. Cole has a case with lyricism for sure. I do. I just don't know.
But we put creativity and bodies of work all together, all encompassing.
What you
I
say?
gotta pull out. If you say creativity and J. Cole can't make a song, I can't put him too.
Creativity. I'll put I'll put Wale second. Yeah. I think he's way more creative than Drake or J. Cole, in my opinion, because I think he is super intentional about his work, and he's super like when I listen to his body's work, it's intentional.
It's
Not
intentional.
that the other guys aren't, and I don't want to like diss him, but I
No, no, we can say
do.
we can be. You
But
can be
J.
honest. Drake,
Cole's, and I
Drake,
know that
Drake is honest,
AZ
you know.
hates when I say this, but I don't like the beats he picks. J. Cole's beats. He can rap his ass off on these features because they're whole different vibes. But I'm like, whoa, he blows me away on the features so much, bro. I'm like, wow, what if we got that on the album? And then you get to the album and it's like, damn, I heard this album before almost. It's like, that's how I feel. I'm like, I've heard J. Cole say these same things. But and that's just my perspective. I know everybody has their own subjective at the end of the day, but to me, Kendrick is a reason why he won a Pulitzer and all this stuff, and he's lauded, is because everything time he comes out, it's a freaking masterpiece, almost damn near, you know.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody get
Cause,
him a gun right now.
but yeah, it's like a masterpiece. The dude takes his fucking time, like he's GTA 6, and but when you know it comes out, it's gonna be quality. It's gonna be super quality, and but I don't like the balls of a guy to do the Super Bowl and open up with a song. No, no, no. Did he open up with this? No, yeah, he opened up with a song that was unreleased, and he still hasn't released it. Usually, Super Bowl everybody wants to do their biggest hits, right? So everybody's happy, right? Nigga opened up with something that he just never released, and he still hasn't released this song Bodies, and I just want to hear it in full and get it on my phone, bro. Like I'm the only one that wants to hear this full song. Like, when is this gonna release? You said, double back like a deluxe on Swabble Up, and he hasn't doubled back, and it's been a year plus, you know.
Okay, so will we have the same criticism of Kendrick if he comes out and he has if and he mentions the beef or subject matter or like
I think there's
are
no way
we
of getting
done?
around us tying in lyrics to the beat. Nas and Jay Z, so we did the same thing with them. I'm just saying, listen, and if you do it, make it sound good. So like even on Make 'Em Pay, he's talking about the beef still. I still like that song because it sounds good, Drake. But later on, to make them remember, it doesn't sound. It just sounds like all right already. That's kind of by the end of the album, I'm like, all right, nigga, we get it. That's how I feel. But if he's talking about the beef and he has some way of conceptualizing it that is a new insight from him or a peek into how he's thinking about things today about it, I wouldn't mind it, um, but I don't want that to be on multiple tracks. And if he is on multiple tracks talking about like the beef, I think it would be uncharacteristic because even on GNX he wasn't doing that on every single track, and more than anything he might throw a job out there like um, it was, you know he might throw a jab, but then the song is
GNX was
not.
a lot of GNX was a lot of jabs.
What lines in GNX do you think was like him jabbing?
Whacked out Murals. He's coming at him. Squabble up. He's coming at him. Right. Hey now, TV off. He's coming at him. Yeah, Peekaboo. He's coming at him. GNX, the song, Hitter, J3, they not like
They're not going at
that
him.
respect. They talk about hood politics we don't know about then. That's respect.
I need to go tell him to the hit. He's barely on that song. Tell him hit him to
He put the little niggas on them.
it. I'm killing it. I'm loving it.
Everything sweet. They're in October, nigga. What are you talking about?
Shit gets spooky every day. That's TV off though. It gets spooky every day in October.
What are you talking? What are you talking? What are you talking about? And we doing this the whole way, nigga.
Oh my lord! But then we get a Luther, we get a yeah. So Squabble Love,
He
yeah,
killing that nigga
bitch.
that
What is
whole album, bro. He
bitch with
killing
him? The
that.
bitch in him. That's a lot of bitch. Don't tell me he got kids with him. My apology. Yeah, I think that you're right. Yeah, he is. He is. He's doing that.
Bro, it's the dirt on the grave, nigga. That whole album is just.
If you made it this far, you are a real one. Thank you. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more daily content from your boys from Everything Is.